y'all got to remember, we're in the AFC, man. If you go down 0-3 and 0-4, you ain't coming back. This conference is too tough, man. And now you see the Patriots look a little better than I think a lot of people thought they was going to be. Steelers right now, they're getting it done. The Chargers are playing Raven like football right now, and out Raven and the Ravens in their 2 games so far. They made the Raiders look like a joke last week. And what did we do this week to the Raiders? And Garner met you. We made them look good at times. Made them look great. They stopped running the ball. Let's just pass the ball around the field. And as you see, we got torch right there. See that nice burnt toast. We got torch today on
D,
defense.
real quick, I want to ask you about the special teams because we always forget about special teams sometimes, and for years it's
Yeah.
been automatic with Tucker. 1 for 7 from 50 plus the last 2 years. He's already missed 2 field goals this season. Doesn't seem to have the leg power. They showed him, I don't know why, kicking from 70 from a tee, like that was going to do something in the damn game. They deserve to be whooped just for showing that. And he seems like he can't kick anything outside of 50. Oh, yeah, he kicked it from 70 from a tee. He can't kick it from 50 with a damn person
I'm
holding the ball.
about to say, man, he
Special teams,
trash.
man. Yeah, go ahead, D.
I
Real
mean,
quick on special teams.
I mean, first of all, with special teams, let's talk about Stout too. That punt was terrible. That punt really got the Raiders right where
You
they
talking
need
about
to
that
be
punt
so
that
they can
got
do
them
their thing.
in the 40?
Yes. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Come on, Jordan. You usually don't do that. With Tucker, I always say 50 yarders or more. They're not automatic kicks. I know Tucker has fooled us. But in some of these instances, we shouldn't be going for field goals. A lot of times, penalty happened, bring you back. This happened, that happened. I mean, we shouldn't be going for these 50-yard field goals. We should be trying to get the first down, try and get the end zone, man. I mean, that's old news now. Old news. I mean,
No,
Tucker to be gets a break. I ain't mad at him.
I disagree. I think because we see that even in the Chiefs and Raiders game, their kickers were kicking it from 50 plus. So I just don't feel like that's an excuse when you got kickers now who can kick it from 60 yards with some air. So I don't feel like that's an
Look,
excuse anymore that you can't kick field goals from 50 plus. I think it's just JT is just really on the decline, and we're seeing it within the last couple of years that he can't kick those far field goals, and you're going to need kickers to kick from those long distances, especially like you said when you come to the AFC in these close games.
I just look at it as Tucker's done it for so long for us. He hitting 60 yarders in the preseason this year. I mean, it is what it is, man. Now, if we start missing from 45, stuff like that, then I'd be really concerned. But I'm still
No,
not
not
concerned
like
from
I said,
50 in there.
not with today's
I'm not
kickers,
concerned.
and they're kicking it from these far distances.
Go ahead, Raj.
But
I'm complete. I'm completely concerned. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am extremely concerned because one, hey, mute up real quick, man. You got a lot of background noise. All right, I'm completely concerned, bro. Because one, granted they are 50 yarders, he makes them in his sleep most of the time. All right, if this was a couple years back, I mean, this is not even. We're not even talking about this. Tucker's hitting it from 56 yards, 60 yards. It didn't matter what the distance was. You know the damn thing was going in. Now I think he's literally one of 7 in the last 2 years from 50 yards. That is not good. Okay, that is not good at all. And I'm not sure where his mental is because yeah, he has the leg power to continue to hit it from 50 and 60. But it's just like every time he goes up there now, it's like I'm second guessing and I'm questioning it. I'm like, bro, what is going on in your head? Like, what are you doing? Are we doing too many Royal Farms commercials? Are we
I was getting ready to,
opera
say
singing
that.
too much? I
Too
mean, are
much
we on
time at
Marlon
Royal
Humphrey's
Farms.
podcast sometimes now?
That old grease, bro. That gas
He
station
got too
grease
much
getting
meat
to
in
him.
his mouth, and he take the meat out of his mouth and start hitting these goddamn field goals, man. I mean, come on, this is what we paid you a bunch of money for last season.
Daddy?
He is finishing us. He's finishing us in the worst way. Goddamn with these damn sound effects, Byron. But yeah, man, it's very concerning, bro. And I hate to say it, man, but he after this season, we might have to go look for another kicker. Because one of 7 in the last 2 years is egregious. It is pathetic at this point. And I hate to say this, bro, but now, granted, if it comes down to a game where we need to make a 50-yard field goal, do you trust him to make it? I
No,
don't. At
I
this
don't.
point.
yes,
I don't.
I still do. I still do.
You
I
still
don't.
do?
No,
Okay.
he's had 2 years, and like Rod said, It's time. I agree with Raj. It's time because, like I said, there are these young kickers out here who can kick from longer distances, and we're seeing that even in college football. We're seeing cats kicking it from 63 yards
Look at
with some
Boswell with
with some
Pittsburgh.
air
He's their offense, guys.
with some air. So no, I'm not buying this whole like hold on to the past. That's the problem now. You keep saying this is the place where receivers come to die or old players come here to die. No, we're not doing that with the Ravens, especially on the cusp of us getting to a Super Bowl when we were in the AFC Championship game. We don't have time to play. Get a person in there that you know is going to be able to do get that money. Tucker was money, but now I think it's just too much. Like Rod said, it might be too much of that gas station chicken or something going on in there.
Let's get to the defense
Wait
real
a
quick.
minute now.
Hey D, we love that chicken, right? We love that chicken.
I don't.
That's right. Hey,
Chicken ain't
hey,
that
them
chicken ain't
chicken,
good for you.
them chicken,
I'd rather you
that
eat
chicken
something else.
rolls is good, Dre. Them chicken rolls are good. Don't you be respect?
I'm tired of
Be respect.
I am tired of seeing him shucking and jiving. Eat that damn Royal Farms chicken.
Hey,
Get your
hey,
ass out there and
hey,
make
hey,
some food.
that background noise you heard by quick was the helicopter looking for Tucker's leg now. He was looking for
But I need to go out there and find it.
Let's
Some
get to the defense, guys, real quick. Roquan Smith, 11 tackles. Humphrey, 10 tackles with a pick. Owe, 2.5 sacks today, 2 tackles for a loss. Trent Simpson, 5 tackles. Kyle Van Noy with 2 sacks. The Pirate with one eye getting 2 sacks.
Arr.
Nnamdi Madambike with 2 tackles for loss. Travis Jones with a tackle for loss. And Vegas, like I mentioned, Devontae Adams, 9 for 110 yards. One of my keys was keeping them under 100. They didn't do that. 1 touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 4 for 29. Zamir White, 9 carries for 24 yards. And now the all-time most catches for a tight end in his first 2 games. The one, the only. Hold on, I think I got a special guest here. Hold on, he's going to actually do it for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Tonight, the reigning, defending, undisputed, universal heavyweight champion, Barack
Bowers.
Finish him, Daddy.
One big son of a bitch!
He looked like a little Travis Kelce out there, man. I'm a little worried. If they get a quarterback, they're gonna be trouble. But Dre, the defense, man, they did what they could, but those crucials, they never can get off the field when they need to. Like you mentioned, they don't get that sack when you need it the most in crunch time. It seems like, or that stop.
Yeah, that's why I said, I mean, if the Jets don't want to pay Hassan Reddick, I mean, shoot, the Ravens always want to pay a defensive
We'll go
person.
pick him up from Jersey, from MetLife, Dre.
Hey,
Gas
look,
up the road.
gas up the car, man, because we need a pass rush, and especially when you're taking on people like Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, you need a pass rusher. Bottom line, and that's definitely going to help. So yeah, it was nice today that we had some sacks, but we gonna need some guaranteed sacks. Somebody that's really gonna put some pressure on the quarterback. I mean, and we're talking about teams like the Raiders or the Steelers who have pass rushers but don't have quarterbacks. We have the quarterback, but no pass rush. So it's like, what are we doing here? We legit just need what we need. And I mean, every team has holes, but we see clearly with the Ravens, these holes are hindering us from being what we should be, and that's in the Super Bowl. We're right on the cusp. Let's finally get over that hump, and maybe Hassan can get us over the hump, especially if the Jets don't want to pay him.
Thoughts on the defense, Raj?
I mean, I could say they played well. I can say that from a technical standpoint. They had the numbers, they had the sacks, they had some of the, stops.
Not when you're giving up a 10-point lead.
That's my point. I was about to get to that, Dre, but it comes down to crucial times, man. And I think, and like I said before, 2 years ago, Mike McDonald was having this same issue. Like he had the numbers, he had the sacks, he had he had a lot of interceptions, but when it came down to crucial times, he did not know how to finish it off. And right now, Zach Orr is having that same issue, that same problem. Now, I think he will figure it out. Of course, this is his second game in, so I'm giving him a lot of grace. I think he has a lot of the pieces. I just think he has to put them at the right spot at the right time. Kyle Hamilton needs to be used a little bit better. He got to be put in better positions. He's been playing extremely quiet these first couple of games, and I don't like that. Roquan, yeah, he had 11 tackles, but I mean, it is what it is with him. And of course, Calvin Noy always looked pretty good. But when it came down to third down or any other crucial down that they got Brock Bowers involved or Devontae Adams involved, they could not stop anybody at any time. So it's growing pains, man. It's growing pains from having a new defensive coordinator. It's growing pains from not having your number one pick on the field today, and Nate Wiggins, who is probably your fastest corner and probably can cover a little bit better than a Brandon Stevens and Marlon Humphreys at this point. And also, it comes down to the Raiders actually switching things up, actually going with what works. Instead of running the football, they only had 27 yards on the ground. They just decided to air it out. We had no answers for it. We didn't double Devontae Adams because if we did, Brock Bowers would probably have been open a lot more. So it's just growing pains, man. It came today in a loss, which we really didn't want, but we had the numbers today. We had a lot of the sacks. We had a lot of pressures. But one thing, like I said before, that we did not get and we should have more of was the turnovers. Minshew only had one turnover today. That is not acceptable. And it just is what it is, man.
Go ahead, D. Go ahead, D. Your thoughts on the defense?
You know, woulda, shoulda, coulda. We've seen this before. Coordinators are not, you give Sacco a little grace in that sense, but the substitutions, man, the communication. They talked about that last week, and it didn't help them. And it seemed like it did the same today because Devontae Adams was running free at times. Brock, old little Brock, he was doing his thing. And when usually secondary players have a lot of tackles, that means they're having a long afternoon. We've seen a couple of our secondary guys having a lot of tackles right behind Wilson. That means they was having a very long afternoon. We got to find a way to blitz with the secondary, man. Get a little bit more pressure. I know Owe and the one-eyed Van Roy, props to both of them. They got it done today. It was even Ojabo sighting briefly, but they got to be able to find a way to get to the quarterback better, man, in key situations. And this is something, again, we talk about the offense, but the same on the defense. When they need the big stop, they can't get it, man. They can't get it. And it's the same old story, man. It's old news. It's getting old. Some of the same players was here when McDonald had that issue a couple years ago too, man. So this is something they got to be able to get together. The communication stuff they got to get together. And Malik Harrison, stop subbing his ass in, man. He stinks. He's no good.
Yeah, he needs to have
Keep
the burnt
Trent
toast
Simpson
over
out
his
there.
head. Yeah,
You ain't lying.
You know what? If you're not going to sub, if you're not going to sub out Malik Harrison, I looked in my drawer and guess what I found?
What'd you find, man?
Some WD-40.
God damn.
Loosen up his body parts. Loosen up the legs.
Damn.
Because if you ain't gonna move around a little bit faster, you might need to put some on your joints, man. Because you slow as hell out there. Completely slow.
Yes, he's slow.
Burned, getting frickazeed out there. So
he look like
for Malik Harris.
He looked like some old. He looked like some old chicken gizzards off of the old Leicester Market back in the day.
We sponsored by WD-40 now, Raj?
I mean, shit, it was in my crib. So
hey, why not?
Shout out to WD-40.
Yes, sir. Loosen his body parts up.
Well, let's look at the AFC North, guys, as now the Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-0. And let's talk about the game you'll be at, Rod. Since you're on the screen, you're going to Dallas this week. What do you look forward to in this match?